And the encoder doesn't show usage here, but over here it's at 400 megahertz. Yeah, okay. Okay. So it's using all, evidently. Let's try to load up a video or something and see if we can kind of push it. Oh, rendering lag already. Yeah. Again, yeah, I think it's good to be, to try to consider those things ahead of time, but in this case, it seems fine. Yeah, bad luck. Right, and, I mean, I don't know. I think I think it's one of those things where, I think it's a matter of focus, right? Like there's nothing to say that you can't focus on those little things, right? But I think if anyone's doing, streaming or really entertainment professionally in any capacity, you know, like as long as the person isn't kind of being disruptive, then you know where they came from, I imagine isn't that big of a deal, right? So and the Oshi mark is sort of an indicator of where you came from, right? So uh, is this lagging? Actually, wait. So I guess the number I want to pay attention to is the number of skipped frames due to encoding lag. Rendering lag might happen if during spikes, but what I really want to know is the encoding lag gonna spike. Yeah. Let me play a. This is already at 1080p. Yeah. I guess this is probably the resolution I'll play stuff, so it's probably fine. This is using VP9. Okay. Yeah. Well, I would hope that you'd be just behaving regardless, and I imagine that is the case. But anyway, yeah. But yeah. So again, yeah, it's I remember I can't remember who, but someone on Hollow did mention this before about how like um they were asking people that use the like fan art of VTubers they like as their icon. And they were telling people like that to, or they were asking people that do that to be careful because when someone sees a picture of so and so streamer, they and then a comment, they kind of subconsciously may associate that comment with the streamer even though it might be a fan talking and so on and so forth. So it's a similar idea, right? Right. Yeah, you have their what do you call it? Your it's a banner of sorts, right? It's a flag slash banner of sorts, exactly. Um, so yeah, yeah. I mean, I imagine with aristocrats, it's probably not that big of a deal, right? I imagine it's probably a little bit more of a concern when the viewer demographic leans sort of younger. So I imagine like Pecora, for example, probably might has more trouble with this kind of stuff than say Iris, or let's say I don't know. I feel like most of Ian's demographic kind of leans older. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know how much of an issue it is on. Actually, I don't know how the demographics lean. I imagine people like Korone or Pecora or uh who else? I imagine they have it a little harder just because the demographic kind of leans younger, so yeah. But anyway, yeah. What's I doing? Right. So I was checking encoding lag. Um okay, so if I have it do 720p 30, then no encoding lag issues so far. Then, okay, so then maybe the strat is I just totally give up on